According to the UN Refugee Agency, the number of refugees to flee Burma and settle in a country overseas has reached 50,000 last month. And the first leg in that long journey by Burma's internally displaced people usually begins somewhere along the Thai-Burma border. Adding to the pressure at the moment is a campaign by the Burmese army against civilians in the east of the country, causing a huge spike in the number of refugees flowing across the border. Now a delegation from Burma is here in Australia asking the Australian government to redirect some of its aid to reach people in these conflict zones in the east. Dr. Cynthia Mung is the founder of the Mai Tau Clinic on the Thai-Burma border. For 14 years, she's been treating thousands of civilians affected by the conflict every year. Also joining us in the breakfast studio is Cham Tong, a human rights activist with the Shan's Women's Action Network, also based along the border. Cynthia and Cham, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cynthia, if I could begin with you, what pressures are you facing when it comes to refugee numbers at your hospital on the Thai-Burma border?
Since 1989, our health service has been providing displaced population both sides of the border, both internally displaced and people fleeing to Thailand. So every year the number of displaced people has growing. And then people are constant threats of forced relocation and forced labor and food destruction and also military violence. So we are providing life-saving humanitarian assistance for those who could not access health service from both sides of the border, from Thai government, Thai side or from Burma.
So what is happening in terms of numbers? How many people from the in East Burma, the Burmese, are coming for treatment?
Inside Burma, in the eastern Burma alone, more than 50,000 internally displaced people are hiding in the jungle.
And these people, are they mainly Karen and from the Karen and Shan states?
On the eastern Burma, we have Karen, Mon, Shan, and Karenni ethnic groups. So they are also constant threats of forced labor and forced relocation.
Okay. And in terms of numbers that you're seeing at the hospital, that's increasing every year? By what kind of volume?
In 1989, when we set up our services, we only have 2,000 cases, mainly malaria, and gradually the number of people crossing the border into Thailand accessing health service has increased. And last year, we treated more than 100,000 cases, including 2,400 deliveries and more than 8,000 malaria cases.
And these people are coming to your hospital for care because, as you say, they've been basically run out of their villages. They can't go home. They're hiding and they've got no services anywhere except for you. Is that it?
The services we provided is not only based in Thailand. Our health workers from various ethnic groups, they receive training from our service. And then they go back to work in their community. So currently we have 80 backpack health worker teams providing 160,000 population for basic maternity service and reproductive child care as well as a malaria control program.
Cham Tong, you work with the Shan Women's Action Network. You say that in the last few weeks alone,
Yes.
A great number of villages have been made homeless. What's happened? Can you tell us?
Yes, this is as of the results of the Burmese military regime's scorched earth campaign. So they basically like on the 27th of July, the troops just came in and also burned the houses of over 500 houses of the villagers in central Shan state. They forced the people to leave their land within 3 or 5 days. This is happening in all 1 week in a cold blood, and people could not get any of their possessions with them. This is still going on.
So why is the Burmese army doing this? Is there a plan behind this?
We can't say exactly why they are doing this. As you see, that they have been committing the same crimes like pushing people from their land, raped women, use of systematic rape against women in the area. And the Eastern Burma we are talking about have 500,000 internally displaced. And basically these people are now hiding and they need urgent help. And also some of them already start to flee to Thailand.
Cynthia, what do you understand to be the aim of the Burmese Army's campaign? Is it to spread the control of the junta? Is it some kind of genocidal program? What is the purpose of it?
We would like the military government to withdraw their troops from the local ethnic area so that the ethnic groups themselves, they can build their livelihoods and they can empower themselves to provide healthcare education for their community. And the reason for why the Burmese military regime forced the people to neighboring countries or to become internally displaced is this ongoing oppression by the military regime to the ethnic minorities for more than 50 years.
So you think it is some kind of ethnic cleansing campaign?
Yeah, part of.
And when the soldiers come in, when the army comes into the villages, and I think you say 3,300 villages have been destroyed by the army over the past 10 years. Charm, when they come in, what do? Do they burn the houses? Do they take over the land? What happens?
Yes, when the excuse me, when the troops came in, first of all, they will order the headman or the head of the villager to order the villagers, with no basic support. They just force people that you have to leave, your home. You just have to leave, and anyone who found in this area where we are, where we stay, will be shot to death. And this is the brown zone, and this is a free fire zone. Anyone who found after the time given, they're just shot on sight. And this is when a lot of people were killed, like torture, because when they left, they couldn't get anything with them. They could just, it's very hard to walk. This is like to live, and everyone it's very slow to move things, and they try to come back to their village and their farm and the new place. There's nothing provided at all in the new place that the military forced them to go. So people secretly come back and then try to find food, and that is when a lot of people were killed, raped, and then tortured.